Hi, this is ronMctube. We're playing the Hunter. In this episode, we're hunting on whitehart for turkey. I'm going to be showing you some tips, little tricks that I use when hunting for turkey on whitehart. As you can see here, got a nice male turkey. There's a few females around it. Some people have difficulty getting turkeys or worry about spooking them. It's not too hard to get turkeys. You just have to be patient. When they call back and just repeat the process to keep them interested, bring them forward, and not panic when you take the shot. Most people who hunt turkeys successfully in the game use a python bow. Can use other bows, but the python is really quiet. Because you get turkeys in groups, this means you can take more than one bird, often very large groups, if you're accurate with your shots. Right, we're going to continue to bring the bird to us. So we call every 20-30 seconds. It'll just keep walking to us. You don't need to prone. If a female bird comes right up to you close before you get to shoot the male at a reasonable distance, and if you've got the Parker python bow, it's quite easy to take that female and the other birds won't spook. As long as you don't miss, then you should be fine. You'll often find that other birds will come in first before the one you're after. As you practice more with a bow like the python, you can take turkeys at greater range. Most people will shoot between 15 to say 30 meters. The python, with practice, you can hit up to 60 on turkeys quite easy. Right, we're getting in the sort of range I'd normally be getting ready to fire. So now I'll be thinking, just before it gets here, how the bird's approaching, where I want to shoot it. This is very important. Plan ahead, work out where ideally you want the bird to be shot at. Is there any dips? If you look on the left there, there's a little dip, so that could make it awkward to hit the bird. So I've got a rangefinder on here, very important with bow hunting. And it's about 30 meters now. And that's the bird down. They're females, so I'm not bothered about scaring those, because there's nothing of value there. So we'll go over and collect this bird. That's a pretty decent turkey. It's not a comp winner, but it's pretty good. 57. The area we're mainly hunting on whitehart is around the lake. In my last tutorial video on whitehart, I did my whole route. Check that out if you've not seen it. But I didn't cover around the lake much. Well, turkeys on whitehart really do focus around these areas, the small meadows and these forests just around the lake, and these are really good areas, probably some of the best turkey hunting in the game. I'm just following a turkey now that was just up from the bird we've just had. was hunting in the turkey comp for this weekend that's just gone, so I was after decent turkey, but also showing nice spots, some little tips about birds. Sometimes I'll use a handgun when hunting turkeys if there's not a group of birds and I know there's one really high scoring bird. Sometimes if I think it's a bit risky getting the high scoring bird, I'll just use a pistol, because I know it's one shot straight down, and it doesn't matter about scaring other lower scoring birds in a comp, because the big scoring bird is what matters. That's what you're going after. The thing with using a handgun is the distance. Turkey with a pistol, the distance after about 400 feet with the pistol, you get a slight drop. Some people won't be shooting at that range anyway, so this is quite a close shot really. But there is a slight drop over that, so when you start getting to like 450, you have to aim slightly above to hit these birds. There won't be many people shooting at that range, but you can hit them at that range. It's quite a nice bird. .61.5, that's pretty good. Anything over 60 is a good turkey. As you can see on this turkey, if you look closely, just below its neck, there is like a shoelace that many people call it. It's a beard, and basically that's what you look for in a turkey. Really long beard. You want it literally touching the floor. And the real high scoring turkeys are often like 60 to 70 on scoring. So you just have to keep an eye out. There's another nice one. I'm near the lake now. There's a little bend in the road. Often around the beach area and the surrounding meadows all around the lake. You get good turkey groups. Sometimes these can be swarming. You can get 20 birds here sometimes. So it's just a case of if you get a nice spawn, just taking your time, calling the birds in. And like I say, if you want big numbers, use a python bow. You can use crossbows, but I generally find a python is better. It's quieter and it doesn't take as long to reload to take a shot. With a python, there's 3 sight settings. There's 20, 40 and 60 meters. Some people think it's not a very good bow, but I've shot this bow 80 meters plus on birds, so it's just a case of practicing with it. 20 meters to 40 are really quite simple shots with a bit of practice, like this one. Once you get used to using it, those normal shots are very easy to do, very simple. Then you start to see that this bow is one of the best items in the game. A good little tip is when turkey females are around, often males are around as well, so don't be disheartened if you see like 4 or 5 females and think, oh, there's no males here, because often around that area very close is males, so still keep calling because males are probably coming as well. I've played with 2 other players mainly since I started the game, one called Stigger and the other called Stumpy 800. Very good turkey hunters. We used to like literally play against each other in comps, so between ourselves we've got a really good knowledge of birds. Nice turkey. Another one about. So same again, same process, just keep calling. The bird will come in, the turkey. Look on your PDA where the call is coming from. Work out where you want to shoot the bird before you see it. Have it all rehearsed in your brain how you want to play through, so when the bird, you see it, you know exactly what you're going to do. You're just going to pull the bow out, you're going to get the distance. Sometimes I won't do it because I know I've played it that many times. I know naturally what the distance is with the bow. So we know the turkey is coming down the hill. Very important, look for any awkward spots. Work out if the bird goes that way, where you should move to. Try and, like I say, pre-plan how you want it to play out. That way you won't panic if a bird goes a certain way. You think, oh, because if it's a trophy animal, it could be that one chance you get in that comp, and that's it. That's your chance. You might not get another one again. And also it could be like a personal best or the biggest you'll ever see in game. So the last thing you want to do is panic. You want to be ready just to take that animal. There it is, there's the bird. Just going to call it, entice it in a bit more, and I'll take that again. Like I say, it's all about planning, working out where the animal is going to come from, getting your shot, your sight on your animal beforehand or pre-planned that. So a few more steps and then I'll be taking this turkey with a bow. Like I say, very important things with turkeys is watching the animations of the birds. Very important indeed. When they get close, if the turkey sticks its head up, that's it, you have to shoot it instantly, because about another second and then it'll either run or it'll be flying away. The good thing about turkeys is normally if you do scare them, as long as you don't shoot them, that they normally go, if they fly, they'll fly up and then they normally land about 300 or 400 yards after you've scared them. Sometimes they'll land and then they'll go again just out of draw, but sometimes they'll go straight down again. So then it's just a case of just crouch walking up to them and then just slowly getting close again until you can get a shot. There's that bird down, so go collect that one. Always be a bit careful if you think there might be more birds in the area, because sometimes they come in 5 or 6 males together. One of the guys I've just mentioned, I've played multiplayer before, Stigger. He sat and took 25 birds in a row with a python. So as long as you're patient, don't rush your shots and take your shots, you can get really large groups of birds. Here's a nice turkey. This meadow's on the right hand side of the middle lake. It's a small little meadow. Often get a lot of turkeys here or just to the right of us. Because I know there's only one male there and there's a female, and I know it's quite a high scoring bird, I'm going to take this with a pistol. Always remember to steady up, don't rush the shot. It's not too hard to hit him with a pistol. Under like 300 yards, quite easy. Let's run over and just see what it scores. .59, pretty decent bird.
Okay.
As you can see, what I was on about before, you can see the long beard, shoelace as I refer to it. Always go for the one with the longest beard first. Right, we're back on the left hand side of the middle lake now. There's a road that just splits. This is a very good place just here. On this split you often get turkeys to the left on that little small meadow, and you often get them just walking up the road sometimes. Sometimes get yotes and blacktail here as well. Sometimes elk as well just come off the shore here. So it's a very good spot. You can see one, maybe two or three birds just there. Notice how I've stopped in a nice position where I can see all around me again. Always important. So I know roughly where I'm going to take the birds, where I want to take the birds, where I can get the best vantage point. I'm getting them coming to me. I'll get the distance on them before they get in range to take the shot. I know roughly where to fire, when to fire, so there's no need to panic. It's just a case of just hitting the shot once I get the birds in range. Just seeing which bird is the best now. Some pretty high scoring birds. I'll take the highest one. About 25 meters now. So pretty high scoring birds. 20 to 25 meters. You don't really want to go below that. Got a chance of spooking them. That bird's down. The other one flew or run away, but it doesn't really matter because that'll go down near the lake. Also this one looked like it was a really high scorer, so not too fussed about that one. There's one or more birds to my left. So because we've took that one with the bow instead of the pistol, got another chance at birds on the left now. This is a big advantage bow hunting turkey has. If you're hunting comps especially, you've got a lot better chance. Here we have another group of turkeys. I'm going to pick the biggest one out and I'm going to shoot it with the revolver. It's a 357. It's about 200, 250. Quite an easy shot for me. I've shot turkeys up to about 7, I think it was 710 the furthest I've hit one before with a revolver in game. You can't shoot that far now with a revolver and hit turkeys, but average now is about 400 yards is quite a good shot on a turkey with a revolver. The edge is sort of like 450 now, so it's changed quite a bit as it used to be. It's just as hard as it was then to hit it, it's just the damage is slightly different now than what it used to be. Shots are over like 450 now don't seem to register now, whereas they did before. I'm going to show you some extreme distances with a python bow next, just to show people what you can actually shoot with the python bow on birds if you practice. I have spent quite a lot of time going for extreme shots with a bow on most of the bows. I have the longest snakebite compound bow shot in the Hunter, and on turkey I think I might have probably one of the longest. The python as well, just over 80 meters. Here's a nice shot there. I noticed who did a nice long shot in his last turkey video he's just done. That was like 60 meters, which is quite a nice shot. It's not too hard to hit up to turkey, up to 60 on turkey. It just takes a little bit of practice. That was a nice shot. The turkey was moving as well, so I had to judge forward and the actual distance and drop. That was like 65 meters. Not too bad, quite a nice shot. Definitely not a gimme at that range, but with a bit of practice you'll hit one or two at range, that sort of range. Anything over 60, 65, then you really are pushing it. There's a nice turkey here, I'm going to take the pistol. Quite an awkward shot though for the trees. About 350. Sat down. Quite a nice shot. Shots like I've just demonstrated there. Some people won't think of taking shots like that, but the thing is, because I've practiced on the ranges and just on animals like females and that, shots like that can win you competitions, can get you new personal bests, just because you've rehearsed, tried them before. So there's no need to be scared. Try some shots, and it does help. You will get better at playing the game by trying to push yourself a bit. On the lake shore, bottom left corner. Like I say, this lake around the middle of Whitehart is really one of the best turkey spots there is. Looks like a lone bird, but you never know. There's trees behind it. Often you get groups of birds there, all around the right hand side where I've been showing you some footage earlier. All the surrounding area is prime turkey country. I could just take it with a pistol because you can't see any around, but that's the thing with this game, you never know. Sometimes a smaller one will come in first a lot of the time, so you could be hasty, see that, rush, just shoot it, and then in the background you see the highest scoring one just flying away, which you might not get again. So always be patient. I'll take it with a bow. Pretty straightforward shot. If you have any videos you want to see, or something you want to be helped with, if you leave me a comment or ask me on the forums, if I get enough requests for a certain video, I'll make a video on it or try and help you out personally by message. You can leave me a message in game if you want and add me in game. My in-game name is the same, it's ronMctube. I often do open multiplayer rooms as well, so when I'm doing those, there's no special requirements, just join me if I'm playing. There's no password on it or anything. If I have to shut the game down for some reason and you're in the game as well, I'll tell you the password so you get back in it as well if there's some problem or issue. So I do play with everyone when I've got open rooms, so please add me in game if you want to have a game. We've got another turkey over here, so it's a good job I didn't shoot the last bird with the pistol, because that one would have probably flown away. So as I said, caution, especially with animals in the hunter that group together, is always best. You'll slowly approach it. If it calls you, call back. Repeat that every 20-30 seconds. Crouch, walk forwards if you're going to approach the bird, or let the bird come to you. You don't have to prone. A lot of people say that they prone. You don't have to prone. Prone over crouch makes literally no difference, because the distance you're going to shoot the animal at is, the difference is about 5 meters between prone and crouch. Sometimes it's not even that. If you're shooting it at 15-20 meters, it's not going to really make much difference, because it's an easy shot regardless. So you might as well be crouched, have a better viewing position and shoot your animal, than be prone, maybe have grass in your eyes and have a blocked vision. So that's why a lot of the time you don't prone. Here's the turkey. It's not a particularly high scoring bird, so I'm going to take this one with a pistol. I can't see many other birds around at the minute. Sometimes you can judge the situation, because I've played a long time in this game. I know that it's probably going to take me another five minutes to crouch, walk over to that when I can just shoot it with a pistol. If I don't think there's any real danger of scaring much in the area, then I will just use the pistol, or if it's a high scoring bird. So take the shot, I'll go over and collect that bird. Only a low scoring bird, but while we're here we might as well shoot it. It's more to do with showing people how good this area is around the lake for turkeys. Just behind where I was there, as you can see, there's a rocky area. You often get turkeys coming down here. Like now, you've got a bird there. It looks a pretty decent bird, but it's also very awkward. I've got the sun shining straight in my face, lots of rocks, so if a turkey is coming down there, it's quite awkward because how the rocks are and you don't know which way the bird's going to go. He could go behind the rock and it's quite an awkward shot. It's about 48 to 50 meters away. It's quite a nice shot, and it's a bit awkward because of the sun in my eyes, and to a new player I'd say wait for those to come down is a better option. It's quite a hard shot. If a turkey dips behind the rock, you might miss it. Sometimes turkeys do like move about quite a bit, so you might miss it. It's quite a good shot. I was quite pleased with that one. Quite an awkward one. Quite a nice bird as well. Here's an extreme range shot now. This just shows you what you can do with a python with practice. Some people won't think of shooting that range, but that's just to highlight how you can shoot with practicing with this bow. Like I say, I did one earlier that was about 65. The one I just did there was nearly 81 meters. That's one of the longest claimed python bow shots. So on YouTube it's probably the longest, or one of the longest, and same as in the game. So you can hit animals at extreme range with a python. You can take bigger animals down as well, not as far as birds obviously, but still at decent ranges if you hit the vitals. On bigger animals it's like 35 meters. Birds, I think you could get a turkey at probably 100 meters with the python if you practiced. So maybe a little challenge there for someone. I think I'll have a crack at the 100 meter mark soon as well myself. I think I could do it quite easily if I practice. My name is ronMctube. The game is theHunter on PC. Please subscribe to my YouTube channels. I hope you enjoyed the video on Turkey. This is Whitehart Island. Thank you for watching.